Hello, everybody. I wonder what things is in relation to the conferment of legit and Falun, because legit and Falun is just a nick long in relation to maintain, because the Drala is the Rakoshantanam in relation to Xeon, the rocket fish. Don't know. It's just the rocket fish has been. It's just brand new. I don't know. I don't want to know. I never need to know. No. To Apollo. Anyway, the intuition of the Malala, based upon the day of care, is the instrument of knowing how one of the dead fish works in the depth of the sea. But if that works in relation to their communication by the color, they unknow each other to pitch frame. No. Zircon. No. Not much I can do about this one in relation to the depth of the animal, because the fish communicate and they send beautiful transformer. No. Chesterton. No. Transistors. Some kind of color signal to communicate to each other. So, in relate to a mononym, the legatee of law is the instrument of knowing how well we will be, and in that way, how well we will be, we will Kong the enemy, because the blessed of Noho is the Ishtanan. In relation to the Ishtanan, the deity or show is Nanwangani. But Messiah, in relation to a process, you will need to know how the Blekasha works. But the legacy of law is an inflation of the Rokshana, and to mature itself into the correspondence of facial, as well as guide dog. So in that way, when you guide the dog, how can you process the elegant? Because in that way, when you process the elegant of Indova will Bluxason earn a certain amount of dilicon. So in that way, if we conflong into the maturity of the Olu, we can also work out the aura in relation to ability no fong. And in that way, when we conflong the enemy, we will position ourselves into the citizen, because in that time when we do, we will elele the akasasanan, and in a matter of time when we confront the assassin, we will know how to gluction the manuscript, because the manuscript in this way is an enemy, 2 from and la, and 2 from and 2, and in that way with the third technology, the legislature of law will insist itself into the Malayana. But in that way, if there is an correction in relation to the fifth revision to support the SOPRO, it is the Ekasatan in relation to Lenda. And Lenda is that each Lenda. Oh, no. In Lenda, the felicitousness of blind people is the confluence like that by my God in my car. No, my God, that's all. So in that way, with the felicitousness of the Blakanam, in the mirror of the wall, in the Sikasan, no, in the mirror of the wall, the conflong will know how to exercise the lawyer in relation to the precision. So, if there is a guide dog, how would I know what this is? Does dog have color or they're just black and white? So when they do, it's an assault. Do they tell the blind person that there's something there because you're not allowed to have a dog in the shop? Don't know. Don't think so. Maybe they need to put something on. The blexism of knowing how to Glochon is that the shoplifter is a nickname of Ned Kelly to perform that when the blind person want to go shopping on their own, maybe the shoplifter will stand aside and see, hold their hand, and help them what they want to buy. Don't know. I got nothing to do with that. Anyway, in relation to aphosis, the knowing of how to olo, the manifestation is that when we know how to rework this area, we can function in the nickname because the Photoshop is nenene. And in that time, if we can function the unknown, we would deploy the efficiency in relation to the development of the third amount of data. And in that matter of time, when we confront the manuscript, we will mature its age into the competition of Olympics structure. And in that time, the netball will belay the next degree of women hockey. And in women hockey, the plexuses of knowing that we are conflicting the belele. So based upon that, the Nitanen will design the individual after artificial. The composition of the artificial is the intellectual of the consonant by the timer and also to oplum the Nikadanan. But in that matter of time, when we complement the exercises, we will malakatate in relation to the questioner. Because in that time, when we work out how to garia the legislation of the transmission, then the exercises will also run on. Because in that time, if we signal the application form, then we will perform the manukung. Because the manukung is the academy of law and also to each to say the manana. Because each personnel is a seizure of compacting the complukung. Well, Safe Surfer, what is your solution to think a plot to know how to salon the lyrics complete? So in that way, with the survivor to liken looks of Luke, then into Yoda, the force will be with you. But in so, the Rakshasasam of Loya is the Plakatan of baby Fong. The baby Fong is that when your embryo was born, it is a stanton of a Fong by toe. So in each toe, it is the fluxation of the shoe size to Tushana. How would you know that your relative is related to your body? And in that way, when there is a solemn in relation to the myth of law, I call it law, LOC, law. And in that way, the composition of the chancellor will actually be Kroshatnai into the Kachanan. So to and from the Naganai of lawyer. The component of the lawyer is the Prishanang of law and in relation to your ancestors, because the degradation of your ancestors is that when you know the feng shui in relation to the level holder, the dark crystal will be mechanized in the legit law by Superman. And in so, if the aggression, that's what you call it, news reporter, it is the question to Pada Delectionary. The transformer of Lexington before you legit the law of the production of feng shui. It is the cookeson of Zong to Lilu in Seoul. Only one thinking plot. So in that way, with one thinking plot, the Arkanana is Nanakala of law. So in this way, the revision to Sopo the Nani is the Nikasan of law. So the division of law is that you know how to shashanan, the procession of law, and into the law, you will nikane the law. But the division of the law is an intercution of any kinds of things, because the dark crystal will nikane the Pikachu. So in this way, without thinking, the composition of knowing how to Wongfeng, each laser to translate the crystal from Superman is the plexus of law. And in this law, if we calculate the position of 3D glasses, then we will compact the imagery in relation to blind people to position ourselves, to position ourselves into the kolopong. So in that time, if we do, we can compromise the Ishana. See? This is not a span, it's just a rotation of the Wa and also the Ishasist. So in this way, when we have one, we can plonk the long run in relation to the development of the third amount of data technology, because the data technology will composite itself into the collection. But in that time, if we review the teleport, we will come on the internet. Don't know too much, it's called. Don't know too much is because the income system of the laser by the 3D, 2D, 2-1 is the YY1. And in that way, the YY1 is my mom, Kui. See? The elixir of Pla is the nexus. So in this way, the 3D view is Nakasasan. Yes, 50 cents for monkey magic. In that time, when you sell a koson, the majority of the lekanan, you will pieces into Lakatatan or the manana. So in that time, when you view the Lakashanang of feng shui, the measurement of time, you will complexan the interpretation. So 50 cent AYO with Justin, where you would Justin. In that way, the artificial AYO is narcissist of 222, 222, 222. So 222, 222, 222 is the Carson daily. And the depth of the height is that when you know how to perform Sri Lanka to justice. So in the period and the point of view is the complexation of reality, because in Monkey Magic, the movie, see, it is Shankaranan. So in that time, when you share the Leganan, you will plexase the Nakatan. Dirishanak Tatatasan Dalakatan. Dishanakatok Dalakatsnidana. Diritashono Tatalakashan. Level 4. Dishanakalasasan Tatashana. Dirishon. Dilekatatalakshanakat Talakshan. Dilito Hoshon Tatasan. Mininkasanakalakashanana. Dirum Tisa. So one day, if we get 3D vision like this, it would be amazing, wasn't it? Yoda. But we got one, which is incompatible with the rat. The Nikitse Ikalakasham is a lawyer in relation to the Transa, because in relation to the Transla, the Blekese of law is the Nakasase of Nanana, because in the matter of time, when you know how to show the oil in relation to the Plexi Dasa, we will position ourselves into the correspondence of the maturity to understand the manuscript, because in relation to the manuscript, 50 cents, the area of the height, it is the defense system of a phone. Because in relation to defense system of a phone, it is the nickname of non. So in relation to notional, we will piha dinyanene, the manana, but in that matter of time, we will position ourselves into the consciousness of non. But the matter of time, we will ele the phenomenon. The lawyer will sequel into the law, but each law based upon the succession of planta. The monkey magic will win. But the ancient world of the digital animal don't know when. You know, at mom's house, stingray, sort of. But anyway, in that way, we will confront the reality of the dark crystal. So, scientifically, the laser, you can anna the magician. So in that way, you can borokoshan the shirona in the point of view. And in the point of view, you will alana the function of lawyer and the synthesis of Cruz, my old friend on PHPBB, and the legacy of law. So in this way, when you enter on the legacy of laser, you and your own can practice the sonic power. And in fifth, by Ned Kelly, the maturity to understand the Lakashan is that the Buddhist palm is Sakalonam. Because in that way, when you Seshanon, the lawyer, the Ekene Akatan is Sahana, and Nikitato Agrashon Kotaton, the Lichata Atasha Katatan, the Jintana Katatan Talalang, the Lishanaka Kalata Tasasa, the Lishana Katalakan Talakan, the Lishanaka Toshono Kotoshon, the Lishana Katata Katashi, the Lishitaka Talakon Chanana, the Roshton Kotoshon Konoton, the Lishon Kotata. So in this way, the convalidation of the Inganan is the initiation of law. So TAC, the development of traveling to the dark country town is the question to see how your light work. But in this way, it is not illegal. It is scar. See? But in this way, with a normal light, you can practice the law in relation to your sector. And in relation to your sector, the Buddhist palm will question the loyalty of the Kumbhakan. See? And in this way, the Nokashang of Movie Maker will set this, the intercession of Mother Mary. And in that way, Nang Kong Shang, Dirishongatat Santata, Dirishon Kotonono, Dilakachanta Katanana, Dilishon Kong, Minikatatashan Katashan, Dilakachanta Katasarakatan, Dilakatana Katashon, Dinakotoshan, Dilikatashona Kanana, Dilokshon Delatlan, Dilokshitokoshamon, Dilishinokota. Does this look like shadows? It's not Gary's mother. Think about it. Yes, like that. So anyway, in that way, in relation to our position of Sri Lanka, it is the Alshana Kushanang Katasala Ushanono of Ned Kelly in Islam and Ukushanang Mokolong. And in that way, Justin Malik, in relation to your third development of technology, the data of your earring is that you have to ask my sister Lan in relation to the conflicting of Nomonakam. See? So, I'm a dad of Superman. So in that way, the collection of knowing the question of real is the question. So in that way, the confrontation of the Buddhist palm is that the collection of law is that how do you watch it when you believe that it's not real? So in that way, since God exists, the legacy of Lele is the exorcism. So in that way, the exorcism based upon the Rokshatong of law, The decision ada talakachang of non-trust. And in that way, the belaksasan is that when you watch a movie, the inkesan of the imagery in your brain is it the confluence of that. Initiisa agono, see? Xeon 5, Xeon 6, Xeon 21, Forza Sason. And in that way, the locusis of law is the intercution of nonna. And in that way, with nonna, the legally of law is the intention. So in the plexus of law, the ishatatan of law is the koshanaton of the megatan, because the threshold of law is the intercution of reality, and in each law, the karestasan of law is an ikesatan. So this san sa represents the bataton of the dalava, because the shift of the building is the koshanaton of focal auto rompang. So in that way, each clips you do, the representation of Superman flying around, then crews will mandaton the manifestation. So in manifestation by your blogong, the creator will necessitate the nenene. And in that way, without the faith of God, it is the representation of Bishop Tutu. So in Bishop Tutu, it is the Krakatata of Zion. So if this ever happens again in relation to the Sataton of Inta Sata, the ethanol mobilization, the manufacturing degree, and in that way the developer will actually possess the degree. In reality of life, the Nikanan of no, but in the collection of la, the cessation of lang, and a legacy. Didesha tata salaka sakata talashana kata shalaka shata dilikishin tishin talakasa tasa dilikato talakata dilukasin tasa talakate tishi talakasin tasa tala talakato tisi talakata tasa talakati chata toto dirishana kata talakapa kata tolok totong totong tolok. To the guy that at the Ross house, I think the office is gone. Bisanda Kotosha, Dila Kotota, Sitsa. So, in the way of love, the manifestation is the next Gdaton creator. The Mikasan of Long, the reality of Long is that the Oshangshan in it. So the complexum of Long, it is the reality of Long. But the capacity of Long is that the Nenane. And in a song, see? Direction tata sana, see? Delicate nakara, see? Delicate sana, dolokon, delicate. So one day, if we ever have this RGB in relation to the cinema, would be great. I've seen it before. I don't know if you guys seen it, but anyway, in that way, this will help you guys to understand the position of feng shui and also the localization of our long, because the throw of our projector SYD are, I don't know how to connect that, but we have ACD. Oh, Gotcha. But in the projector, we will look at something. Because the projector is old, isn't it? Yeah, it does. It's old. We used to have it. But in that way, the projector is just a negative of the RGB in relation to font and also to decoration the langanang. Because the TV happened once, and if it happened again, it happens again. Again. So in that way, with the direction of the projector, it is the catharsis of long, and in the translator, it is the bakachasang of our own corruption for my brother. The question that and to focus. So in relation to focus, the criticism of our acting degree is a moccasin of I forgot that guy. The one that kind of like having a smoke. It looks like a pen, but I thought it was a joint or something. Just an old flash guy. But anyway, in that way, the fluxation of our law is that the criticism of our sepulala soibong is the question of Didorong. So, in that way, if we can fluxation the position of the daily, it is citizen owner. Because in that time, if there is a remogaton of law, the intercussion of law is that the possessors of law, and in law, the nikanang of nuangang. But in reality of law, the common news is that if you try normal in the mirror, what does it do? And number 2, glass. Number 3, lu. Number 4, plankson. Number 5, 16. Number 6, bala. Number 7, tongshong. Number 8, dadang. Number 10, dushong. Number 7, dala. Number 6, doshanong. Number 8, kaflakang. Number 10, doshanong. Number 3, dalakshong. Number 6, dashanong. Number 7, physics. Number 8, doshanong. Number 10, dalakshong. Number la, dalakshong. Number 7, doshanong. Number 10, dalakshong. Number 8, dalakshong. Number 6, doshanong. Number 4, dalakasan. Number 6, doshanong. Number 7, dalakshong. Number 6, doshanong. Number 8, dalakshong. Number 3, dalakshong. Deprecation panananga tasana Buddhist pang. Delakasana tasanana. Dishanakato kashana. Level of height. Delakasana opanana. Deloya. Delakasana akatan. Physics transan. Delakasana katasana karakatpachana ganang. Obalakata chutuno projecta. Delakasana kotono. Minikisini katasana. Delakasana katasana ananana. Deleke. Delakasana katasana. Delakasana katasana. Delakasana kasanakatang. Delakasana katasana katatang. Delakasana asana katarang. Delakasana katasana. Delakasana katasana. Delakasana katasana symmetrisis. Delakasana katasana ganam. Delakasana katasana kana. Delakasana katasana. Delakasana katasana katata. Delakasana. Delakasana katasana kara. Delakasana. Delakasana katasana chanchana. Yes, laser. From the temple. Cyclone. Delishe gonna see. Eve. Happened before. Previously. Gratashananga tasanana. Delishana katasana. Delokashana tasanana. Bilishana tasanana. Yes, at circuit they do have one, don't they? You know, whatever you call it. Disco thingy. But anyway, Irakachana tasanana. Delikachana tatasana. Dilishana katasana tanakashana. Dilishana karo tasana. Dilikachana tasana. Dilikatata sadakata. Dichina kachana. So the hand of God. The mixture next time. Dilikachana katatana. Dilikatasitek tashana. Delakatata chanakotam. Dilikatasana katatana. Delakasanaka. So in the way of our own reality, the composition of knowing that the crystal star is the nickname, because the crystal star of Nekini is that the Lakatan of our law is the ancient song of our Nong. Because in this way, with the Bakashong of our beacon, the Shekana will actually be Fakanong, and in that time we can also confound the Bla Kasa Koshong. But the reality of life is that we could Fakanong the layer, and in that time when it does the connection of our point of view, the Shekanang of our laser. Is that a army game? Psst, I don't know. But in that way, the fluctuation of our law is that the cognition of Lakatang, Erikacha Katashanong, and also the physicist in relation to the sea macasis and the Fatatong. So Choshana Kotono Akrakashana, the Sisasa Akolono, and the Kashana Katsana Katasana Katashanong, and the Katite Totoshong, and the Katasa Katashong Tatana, the Legishanaka Kashana Katasana, the Lekatasantong Toshana Katapatang. Delegation kata sakasasina katana. Si masesis si mac dak tu talata dos totono totono. Delegation totono. A wave tatalata sena totono. Satellite totono kopsisina kata totono. A wave totono totono. Dubotaka seasonal. Dichina kata talaga. Yes. Holmes World. Deluxe Pantan. Dilokon. So, Ilikata Autono. Delusion Kala. Nilide Dilokotong. May you dala kosong. Dalam kena listener that's in Nakata. Bilela. Destruction. Tishanda kata sakala kataksham. Tanakatong. Jina nang tasalang kata sanang kata chanta. Bila kata toshana katatong. Tatasanda kata. Nini naman. Diresha. Buddha, next time this can be remapped. Yes. But I feel like it's time. Shalampi. That's what you call it. In that manner of time, once we sequel into the antibacteria, it is the Kashanam of Joe in relation to the third Rokoshon. Because in that relation, the flexason of the Ene is the function of. So in localization of our own now, the identification is the focus the law, and in that way the shetanam of lawyer is a compound. So the depth of the height, the width of the height, the wolf of the height, the location of the height, is that the building is just a collocation. But in this way, how do we know that the collocation of collaboration will work through how to fly? Don't know. It happened at circuit. Yes, it can be put. So, Vint and Safunk, Lensason of Limbaba, Linsist, Lintetic. Yep, laser. Grutschon Tasan. Manifestation has begun. Dijon Kata Santan. Dijon Dilla Jashan Sankantan Di Hankan Sinakatat Sankalankat Sankoshon Dilongkong Bishang Jinam Jishang